Hi everyone, welcome to the This or That Tesla for Families. My name is Hannah Roberts. I'm the Tesla mom, and I brought today my son, Caden Maverick. Yes, Maverick after Top Gun, woohoo. He's here to join us for however long he lasts. And I'm here to talk about when you are ordering a new or used Tesla, you have a few features that they're going to ask you to decide on, such as your exterior color, your interior color, the type of steering wheel you want, the size wheels. And so I'm here to talk to you about and give you recommendations and tips on what is the best decision for families. So let's say you're going to be customizing your vehicle and you're going to go online and they're going to ask you a few questions of what type of features you want. The first one they're going to ask you is, do you want standard or plaid? Okay, well, what's plaid? Plaid is basically extra speed, extra torque. It's, in the wheels, there's like a little red. When you look in the Tesla wheels, you see a little bit of red. If you see that, then you know it's plaid. Basically, it just means it has extra speed. So for families, standard or plaid, I would say go standard, because why are you going that fast with little ones? So next, they're going to be asking you for the exterior color. White is standard, or you could do black. There's a charcoal gray, there's blue, and then there's red. Really, this decision, I don't think it's a family decision. This is just a personal preference. I'll tell you what my personal preference is. I personally love the white. I think it's crisp, it's clean, and you can't see the dirt as much. So for families, maybe it's a little bit better. But again, exterior color is just personally whatever you decide. So the next thing they're going to ask, the next thing they're going to ask are the size of wheels that you want. Do you want the 20-inch Cyberstream wheels or the 22 turbine wheels? So what's the difference? Well, first off, the 20-inch one is a standard, and the 22-inch one costs $5,500 extra, depending on the model. But the main difference is the range. So the range on the 20-inch is 351, and the range on the 22-inch one is about 321 miles. So you get more range, better performance with the standard ones. So again, if you're going to make that decision as a family, I would highly recommend just save that money and go with the standard 20-inch ones. So the big question is the interior color. Do you go black? Do you go white? Or do you go that off-white cream color? So those are your three choices. First off, I would totally ex-nay the cream one. I don't know. I just don't think it's very practical for one, and for two, I don't really like the color. So if I just take that one off the table, I'm trying to decide between the black and white. And that's very much where we were at. Do we do the beautiful classic black where it can hide any extra stuff, or do you do those beautiful white Tesla seats? I honestly went back and forth on this, and I'm really glad that I saw and sat in the black ones versus the white ones. The black ones, they are different material than the white ones. The white interior seating is vegan leather. So what does that mean exactly? I did a lot of research on this, and vegan leather is much softer, which I'm telling you, you can tell the difference. And it also cleans a lot easier. And true story, I spilt my coffee on it like the first week I got the Tesla. Like, of course, I'm a mom, it happens. But I spilt my coffee and I was like, okay, don't freak out. And also don't tell my husband. But then I cleaned it up and it went away like that. No stains, no smells, nothing. I was actually very impressed with the white. So probably gave away what my recommendation would be, but my high recommendation is go with the white. This might be controversial for families because, right, black might hide things, but you'll be surprised. White, all you need to do is take a baby wipe and it cleans off any stains or anything like that. Okay, so the other thing that I want to mention about the interior color is that you have different panel options and colors. So they have a carbon, or they have a wood panel. These come in different colors, but the main thing that I want to talk about and point out is that I thought I liked the wood panels versus the carbon, but then I started sitting, oh my gosh, excuse me. I sat in a few different vehicles, and what I noticed about the wood panels, whether it was a 2022, a 2020, 2018, whatever year it was, the wood panels were scratched, and it showed everything because it was shiny. The nice thing about the carbon is that it's pretty, but it also is very practical and hides any scratches, a very durable material. So if you have to decide between a wood panel or the carbon panel, I would highly recommend the carbon panel. So I would stay away if you can from the wood panel. Okay, so the next thing is the seating layout. So when you're choosing your vehicle, depending on which model, you have the options of a 5-seater, a 7-seater, or a 6-seater. So let's say you're gonna get the Model X and you're trying to decide what you want. So I think the biggest thing is, what is your lifestyle? What are your needs? Do you have car seats? Do you have younger kids? Do you have older kids? Are you carpooling? So once you've kind of figured that out, that will help you determine which type of seating configuration makes sense for your family. So if you are needing some more storage space, I would recommend doing a 5-seater, because then you have more storage space. If you have car seats, then I highly recommend doing a 7-seater with the bench. So that way you can put your car seats in the front and then have the extra seats in the back. If you have older kids and they're trying to get in and out and they like to sit in the back seats, then I think the 6-seater makes a lot of sense. I thought, again, I have 3 kids, all in booster seats. I thought I really wanted the 6-seater just because it had more leg space, it was more roomy, it felt. But again, I didn't want to have one kid all the way in the back. And I really deemed that if you have an older kid, like teenagers, I think the 6-seater makes sense. So the other thing is the steering control, which is the steering wheel. Which kind of steering wheel do you want? The standard circular normal one, or do you want the, what is it called? The yoke steering. No joke, it's called yoke steering, is their new steering wheel, which is basically like a gamer steering wheel. Here's a picture right here, but it is very interesting. I laughed when I first saw it. But then I did sit in one, and I kind of like, felt it for a little bit. Okay, it wasn't actually that bad, like practically. But again, I would not recommend it. So again, steering control, I would go with the standard circular one, which again is called a steering wheel. So the other features that you can pay extra for is the enhanced autopilot, which is $6,000. And this basically allows you to drive in autopilot. It allows you to change lanes automatically. It does do self-parking and summoning. This is a feature that our vehicle has, so I can speak more on this. And I would say, yes, I love this feature. To note a few things, autopilot only works like on freeways. It doesn't work on side roads. I have been on highways where it's like a 55 mile and there's actually stoplights on it. It does work there as well. And so that is a really nice feature to have, especially as a mom when you are trying to talk to your kids in the back or hand them their blanket they dropped or anything like that. I would definitely recommend, highly recommend the enhanced autopilot. Now the other thing is the full self-driving. Does that make sense for families? Well, one, I think it's a really cool feature, but two, it's actually not a feature quite yet. So you're paying more so for a future service that you'll get on your vehicle where you're going to be able to drive in the city, but they're still figuring it out. So if you're going to be buying a brand new one and you're building a customized one, it's $15,000. It is not worth it. at this point. If you're buying a used one, then look for one with that capability, because that's a great feature to have, but I don't think it's worth paying it off the bat, right? When this or that for families, standard or plaid? Standard. Exterior color, white, black, gray, blue, or red. I would say white. Wheels, 20 or 22. I would go with 20. Then seat color, black, white, or ebony. I would go with white. Seating arrangement, 5, 6, or 7. Depends on your family, but I would recommend go 7. The steering control or the yoke steering wheel, this or that. I would go with the steering wheel. And enhanced autopilot or self-driving or both, I would go with the enhanced autopilot. Well, thanks for joining me today for This or That, Tesla for Families. Again, my name is Hannah Roberts. I'm the Tesla mom. Please subscribe for more tips and tricks.